Hi everyone, and welcome to another bonus episode. Um, so as always, kicking things off with a quick update. So, therapy was since the last episode. Um, I'm still having some minor like issues with my sleep. Um, but it's it's not as bad as it was the previous weeks. No, I also like I'm noticing that my like energy levels are a bit lower than normal. Um, you know, I I'm wondering if it's like a side effect of the new medication that I'm on uh, for my anxiety and panic attacks. Um, and I'm also like noticing that I seem to be having like more days where like I feel like that another like storm you know is coming. Um, like it feels like that I'm more stressed out and like overwhelmed like all at the same time. Um, like perhaps it's because like I'm trying to take on too many things at like once or projects, and not taking like enough time it for my own self, or like even like giving my self the opportunity, like to just like breathe and and uh process like everything. Um, you know, but in like other news, I'm not sure if this went out in the last like episode or not. But I got the carpet towel in for my parents' basement, and I taped it down to the floor in the basement. Um, like I took some uh, time, and took like most of like my son's toys that he still had in their like boxes, and put them away like in his uh, toy chest that he has in the basement. That's over by where his uh, 12-piece sofa is at. Just so like tidy the area like up some sort of way he actually has like the space, like to take out his toys, like play with them, and then like put them back up, you know, um and then he still has like access to the carpet area where the uh, where the arcade basketball game is at. Like once it's folded and pushed back. He also has that carpet area there too. Um, and so like I ordered like a bunch of stuff for my little sister's uh box turtle, to create like a more acceptable living space, for her to live out the remainder of her life. In a peace, like with and included forests, like oasis. So like I will try my best to do like a full like a video with photos of like the whole process once it gets done, and um like it's like once this gets done for the turtle, and it's self sustaining, because I'm gonna add in springtails, and stuff. But once that gets done, like the whole thing, um, and the Avengers tattoo gets done, because I'm kind of like pausing on that while I work on and closure for her turtle, which I'm taking my time on, and creating, like a blueprint of what I want it to like look like, what that I need to actually like construct, where it's going to go at, where I'm hoping that it goes at, um, as far as the things that have to go like in it and like on it, so just doing like what I can, like a little bit like at a time, so the way I don't like totally like overdo it, because for those of you who already know, like I have like get that have like issues like with my like wrists, my fingers, thumbs in particular, and my back. So like yeah, like those are like my main like trouble areas when it comes down to like pain. I have pain like in other parts too, but when it comes to having to like work on things like at those like areas that like bother me like the most, and um and make things take a whole lot longer, um so just like learn to like listen to my body, and just do like a little bit here and there, like until it gets done, you know. Um so yeah. So once that's done and her Avengers tattoo is done, since I only have like a few more like character like icons like I do or whatever. Um, you know, then I'm going to like focus my efforts like on my memoir. Like getting like formatting done, getting the uh, front, back, and the spine uh, cover portions done. Um, and then putting it like out there like on the market. You know, I mean, and again, it's not about like profits or like making like money. It's more so just for me just to help out, like somebody else, you know, who could be going through, like some of the same things that I went through, or like similar. So, kicking things off with the main topics for this week's episode. I'm still like sticking to like the to the hard truths. So with that being said, the first main topic of this week's episode is don't see what you don't want to see. Um, so yeah, so I think there's like quite a bit to pack with like that, right? Um, so I mean, for like me at least, like that when that I read that, and I think about that topic. It's more so that when that that I see something that's like going on, something that's like a problem, and like I point that out to like someone else, and they're just like, "Oh no, well it's not that bad," or "No, it's not how it looks." Oh, well, I don't think that we need to like worry about this or we needed to do anything about this. It's like, well, I wouldn't bring it up if I didn't think that it was a problem, Like I wouldn't like go out my way to like mention things if I didn't think there was like a reason to, you know. Um, when it goes like back to like that whole thing, where like in their mind, like they don't see it as a like an issue because they don't like want to because they don't want to like see it for like what it actually like is, you know. And when that happens, I mean, there's not much you can do, you know. It's more like you have a couple of options. One, you can take it upon yourself to do what has to be done. Or two, just say, well, like I tried, and that's that, like that's it, and not take any like action, like on your own. Um, no, like once again, like I'm not here uh judge at all. Like this is like a safe space, So if you choose like option one, great. If you choose option two, I mean, I'm sure that you have your like reasons, um, and like I'm not going to like hold it or like against you, if you're one of those ones who would like rather do like option number two because like option one can bring on like more like stress, more like issues with the whole thing, and that kind of goes into like the next one, the next main like topic, about like yeah, we really don't need the like added like drama, or like stress, or whatever, But I mean, that's just how that I like look at it. It's like I'm one of the ones like like if I notice something, and if it's like bad enough, if it like bothers me enough, and I bring it up, and you keep saying that you're gonna do something about it, or that it's not a big a deal, or you don't think anything needs to be done about it, well, eventually, I'm gonna reach a point where it's like bothering me. It's like I can't stand to like see something, like look a certain way or be in a certain shape, or or go without getting like done, for like X amount of like time. So I'm one of the ones who will initially kind of go with like option one, but then dive right into option number two, you know, like after like a certain amount of time has gone by, you know, but but that's just me, I mean, I think everyone approaches situations like that differently. You know, like we all have like our own like our own opinions, views, you know, and ways of dealing with things. So the next main topic of this week's episode is why so much drama. Yeah. Um, you know, it's like I have to believe, like on some level, you know, that people can relate to one another. You know, and if that holds true, you know, then like why do we choose to treat someone else in a way that we would not want to be treated our own selves? You know, I mean, it's like what's more is why do some of us have to make it like about the money, you know, like about how much we can bring in off of something. You know, I mean, if something is a donation, you know, then it should be just that, you know, and not expected to gain some of what was spent in return for what's given. Um, yeah, that's a lot to take in. That's a lot to like think about. That's a lot to process, you know. But as far as like the first question, you know, um, it was like I look back, like for instance, like on my childhood, you know, and there were things that like that I went through. It's just kind of like why would you put someone that you say that you care about through all of that? You know, it's like that's like why do that to them? You know, when if it was reversed around, you wouldn't want it done to like you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I just don't understand that. You know, it's the same way I don't understand how that someone can physically abuse a kid or another like into like a visual. You know, when they themselves did not like it when it happened. It to them, you know, like personally, you know, it's like why turn around and grow up and do the exact same thing? You know, I mean, you would hope and think, you know, that you would want to do like a better. You know, like you wouldn't want to do those same like hurtful things. You know, I mean that's why like I mean I think that's why like that I try, you know, to you know like lead with kindness. You know, I mean I don't like trust everyone. Let me be quite honest, because I have trust issues. But at the exact same time, like I'm just not just gonna like automatically like disrespect anyone or treat anyone harshly or treat anyone wrong like right off of the like bat. No, I'm not. You know, like I'm going to treat you the way that I would want to be treated. And if you choose to take it there, then we're going to go there. It's like that I say this, and you can take it however that you may choose, but it's like that my kindness only goes so far. There's only so much that I will take until that I break or I snap, I go off, whatever, and then you're looking at me like, what I do. Like, it's like what you did, and you wanna play dumb like you have no idea what you did wrong. I mean, just like own up to what you did. I mean, that's all that you gotta do. Like, I know, for a better or worse, you know, um, that you may choose a not to because it makes you look bad. Okay, I get that, but still own up to what you did. You know what I'm saying? And as far as the second question goes, I mean, the way that I look at things, what I'm saying? If that I'm going to offer up whatever it is, then I'm not gonna look for anything in return, at all. If I buy something to help out with my little boy's school, because they need certain items, you know. I'm not looking there okay, I'm gonna do this and I want to get something else in return. You know what I'm saying? I don't look at it in that way. It's I never have. You know, um, you know, but that's just me. You know, and I know that everybody doesn't think like that. And I don't expect them to. You know, because we're each different. And the last topic of this week's episode is lessons learned or not learned. Um, so it's there are a lot of things that have been said since the dawn uh, uh, of time. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't force it to drink. Or it's how we should be slow slow to anger, but quick to listen. It's that. It's that all of these hold truth. And some message of wisdom. But is that wisdom always gained? Or is that a message always received? To that I say no. It's not always taken in. It's not always interpreted the way that it's meant to be. You know, I mean, like, throughout life, right, there are times where we are going to mess up, and it's like up to us to actually learn from our mistakes so we don't keep making the same mistakes over and over again. It's sort of like with it's sort of like with a history, right? Like, you want to learn about what happened in the past. Why? So that way we don't make that same mistake again later on down the road. Um, you know, so to that end, like, I think it's important, that kids learn about what happened years ago, so that the way that they know what to look out for, so that way that they know and understand what can happen if that certain things are done, you know. So that a way that we can try to do better, like that we can try to have a better world, life, and like every uh thing else, you know. Um, I mean, it's like we only have so much time on this earth, and it's up to us how that we spend that time. We can either learn from our past and from our mistakes, or we can be doomed to repeat the same mistakes that were done in the past. It's up to us. You know, um, and that can concludes this week's episode. So if you're listening or tuning in, I want to say thank you for doing so. And if you have any thoughts or comments or what have you, just post those on my YouTube page. Just under the podcast link. Um, and as always, I hope everyone has a safe and a wonderful week.